Wasted in 4 days of grime and sweat, trapped in a chemical waiting room, awaiting flight from fight and fear, and those so damaged its killer be killed, bludgeoned and bloodied, with punctured maps tracked across their chests, cornered by good lads acting like unpaid rent boys, awaiting a response from some man texting about wanting to use sex toys, in the language of some Irving Welsh fantasy that they blow up their nose and into some stagey reenactment of some bleak passage that's written in inkwells tainted and tattooed by chemical trial, of which the verdict is of oneself, debased of any self-worth, calamity. Crushed powder, like pepper spray, collapses my own mind. Heaped to the side of a falling hill, I repent, staying close to love and spiral stairwells, looking out, always out, and up at the stars.
Copyright money.
On the one hand is a poet, on the other is a painter.
This is an excerpt from The Marriage of Heaven and Hell by William Blake. The ancient poets animated all sensible objects with gods or geniuses, calling them by the names and adorning them with the properties of woods, rivers, mountains, lakes, cities, nations, and whatever their enlarged and numerous senses could perceive. And particularly they studied the genius of each city and country, placing it under its mental deity, till a system was formed which some took advantage of and enslaved the vulgar by attempting to or abstract the mental deities from their objects. Thus began priesthood, choosing forms of worship from poetic tales, and at length they pronounced that the gods had ordered such things. Thus men forgot that all deities reside in the human breast. The prophets Isaiah and Ezekiel dined with me, and I asked them how they dared so roundly to assert that God spoke to them, and whether they did not think at the time that they would be misunderstood and so be the cause of imposition. Isaiah answered, I saw no God nor heard any, in a finite organical perception, but my senses discovered the infinite in everything, and as I was then persuaded and remain confirmed that the voice of honest indignation is the voice of God, I cared not for consequences but wrote. Then I asked, does a firm persuasion that a thing is so make it so? He replied, all poets believe that it does, and in ages of imagination this firm persuasion removed mountains, but many are not capable of a firm persuasion of anything.
From the labyrinth beyond time and space seeks his way out to a clearing.